Okay, so this is for a video for DBU Chapter 17, where we're asked to find a news story and relate it to the chapter in regards to a news story on having conflict or negotiations in business. I'm going to just be looking at my screen because I've got some notes, but I found a news story. It was titled Amazon and a Union, a Battle Over Labor Rights. It was published by in October 15th, 2023 by Reuters. The general idea of the article was to discuss an ongoing conflict between Amazon and labor unions striving to organize workers in various warehouses across the United States. So just a labor union conflict between Amazon and labor unions. And so we were looking at unions that were arguing that Amazon's conditions were detrimental to the health of its workers. While Amazon, however, was arguing they offer competitive pay and benefits. So you've got this conflict between Amazon that says they're giving quite a bit out for what they do versus labor unions that say it's not enough. I'd say one of the key concepts that matches the textbook was interest-based negotiations. So we're looking at two distinct parties who are communicating and negotiating based on their own interests. Obviously, you got labor unions that were seeking better wages and better pay and benefits, whereas Amazon was trying to be as cost-effective as possible and maintain their efficiency, their operational efficiency. And so we're looking at these two groups kind of colliding here and discussing what it would take to do that. And so the inability to come to that agreement is what caused the conflict. There's also some interesting power dynamics to discuss. Amazon's such a large company and they hold a lot of power in the market, and so you do look like they do have some negotiating power in that. But at the same time, these unions and these workers are who allow Amazon to be as large as they do. And so if a large portion of the workers are able to go on strike or are threatening leaving, it does also provide a massive hit to Amazon. So there's that kind of power struggle there as well. But it was an interesting article to kind of look into. And then we also, in the prompt, it says what are potential options for resolving it. So obviously, we're looking for mutual gain here. We're looking for both companies to gain something out of this. We may need to it may come down to, honestly, Amazon providing greater benefits and pay, but workers having to be more flexible in their hours. And so it may come down to workers may work that same set of hours, but they need to be more flexible when they're going to place their hours. And then Amazon will then provide benefits based on that. Amazon may be able to take the hit and just say that we're going to take the hit. Amazon's a huge company, and so it may actually not be that detrimental to provide greater benefits. We may also need to implement training programs that provide training for the employees that allow them to be trained so that their mental health, like again, we talked about mental health and safety, and there may need to be some provided counseling, like offered free counseling or company provided counseling, maybe adding it to their healthcare benefits if they are offered that as a method of allowing them to kind of handle some of the stuff they're struggling with, as well as training programs on how to deal with that and safety training programs as safety is a concern. So that would be my advice and kind of my input on the situation.